I'm live. I guess I'm live. Get your kicks on Route 66. Day 66 of 100 days of making comics. Rest in peace, Natalie Cole, right? That's her name, right? Nat King Cole's daughter. She's really an amazing singer, and my mom actually used to play her music all the time and sing along with it while she was cleaning, and I love it. My mom's actually a really good singer too, and it really showed when she would kind of do that. I don't think she really ever did it outside of working around the house and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, this is 100 Days of Making Comics. I am your host, Marshall Couture, also known as Plex in hip hop circles of marshmakesart.com and donkeyjobprojects.com. You know the drill. And this challenge was started by the same person who created this awesome t-shirt design, Mr. Kevin Cross from kevincross.net, monkeymod.com, as it also says on here. And actually, he just put out today, he put out his first 100% finished page of Monkey Mod, the new Monkey Mod and Friends show comic, on Patreon for Patreon supporters to check out. So if you're not supporting him, go check him out, Kevin Cross on Patreon. And yeah, he's the one who started this whole mess of 100 days of making comics. So thank you to Kevin, because if it wasn't for you starting this, I wouldn't have gotten my third Glyph comic done, and I wouldn't be working on this, getting so much done on this comic probably, because I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me? So, no, but, these challenges really help, help me to get things going. Especially on days like this when I don't feel like doing it. And it's sunny. Not sunny. It's rainy, but it's Sunday, and kind of just want to chill, or I just want to fart around and do kind of whatever. But I did want to work on my comic too. But I'm in the right. I don't think writing is different for me than other things in that, I don't know. I just kind of feel like I have a hard time. I struggle through the process of writing and figuring out what's going to happen sometimes. And I guess that's just natural. And like I said, challenges like this really help. So I'm writing this, mystery story. And at the moment it's called Who's Mr. Green? I don't know if that's going to be the actual name of it or not. I think it's a cool name. And it will work if the story goes the way I kind of originally thought it might go. But I'm not sure if that's the way it's going to go. But basically, it's me trying to get into the mystery genre a little bit, or trying to write towards the mystery genre. And funny enough, the main protagonist, well, there's two main protagonists, is Elsie and Cole. So, I was singing that Natalie Cole song. But that's not where I got the name, funny enough. A lot of times during the writing process, you need to come up with names, especially when you're doing 12 stories and there's like a ton of characters. So I just kind of randomly come across names, or my wife gave me a list of names she likes, and I used a lot of those. I'll even go to random, name generators and stuff on, different websites, Google that. And so Cole, I was thinking there was a character in a movie we watched last night, I think, named Cole. I was like, I like that name, so threw it into my story today because I didn't name them yet. So Cole and Elsie, they're twins. They're Um, they are 9 years old, I think, so far. We're thinking they're 9 years old. And it's a rainy day, and they just got done playing. I think they just got done playing Clue, or Cole wants to play Clue because he's really into um, he's into like mystery stuff, like the Hardy Boys books and um, anything mystery. I can't think of things, but um, so he's into that, and he loves the game Clue, and his sister doesn't want to play though because you know she beats. I mean, Cole beats him, and I mean Cole beats her and their parents every time he plays usually. So she's like, no, I don't want to do that. So they're gonna go out on a little adventure. They're gonna go visit one of their friends, and they're gonna come across something, and it's gonna be a mystery that they have to solve by getting clues throughout the whole apartment complex. And yeah, that's kind of the idea of the story. I just don't know what the mystery is yet. So that's kind of one of the things is, and I don't want it to be like, somebody gets murdered or something. I want it to be like something silly and goofy that isn't bad for kids, Um, so we'll see what ends up happening. But, you know, I started today's writing off with, I need to figure out what the mystery is, because when you know what the mystery is, this is one of the suggestions of when I researched how to write mystery and stuff like that. One of the suggestions is, you should probably know what the crime or whatever it is, and know it in full detail, because then you kind of have to write the story off of that. That's where you get all your clues and stuff. Um, and that's how you can foreshadow things and help the reader come to the same conclusion that the protagonist comes to and solve the mystery. But the thing is I don't feel that naturally. Don't seem to be able to write that way. Well, I guess I could if I originally was coming up with a mystery, but I kind of came up with the characters first. Um, and so I don't know. I'm having a hard time thinking of a. I mean, if it wasn't like kids, I could easily just be like, it's a murder mystery or something kind of in the criminal realm. But I don't really like. I don't feel like writing something where people are criminals at the moment. So I don't know. There's that. But also kids. I want it to be like a fun kid thing. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out what the mystery's going to be, but I did get some writing done. I got like the first scene done and figured out, how they're going to embark out of the apartment, and figured out the fact that the whole thing is going to happen within the art apartment because it's a rainy day and they want to go outside, but they can't. So they're trying to figure out something to do because they're bored, basically, which I think is an awesome beginning to a story, which is, it's been done. Lion, a Witch, in the Wardrobe is like that. And I love how that starts and how that gets into craziness. So, and I'm sure it's been done in other ways too. So yeah, I don't know. So there's that. And then I was gonna, I got my half an hour done. I'm a little frustrated because I don't know what the mystery is. So tomorrow I'm gonna be knocking my head against the wall again when my half an hour time comes, trying to figure it out, unless I can somehow figure it out from now until then, just by thinking about it, which is possible. That's how a lot of my ideas come, but I don't know. I'm a little skeptical because it hasn't come yet. I might have to start on another story and wait for it to come. I don't know. We'll see. But I did one thing is just kind of writing from where I was at helped me to move forward today, even though I didn't find out what the mystery was. So that was good. And it helped me figure out a lot of cool things. So I'm glad about that. And then, I was thinking about making this video. It's like, well, I bet I should make a video. I haven't made one in a few days, and it's, you know, but I was thinking like maybe I could do like some digital art first and then have that playing while I'm talking. And then that got like really overwhelming because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'm a little bit scatterbrained in that like now I'm gonna be done with this video and then I'll still have a little time and I'm thinking I might want to do some practice for the SVS Learn stuff or just drawing and sketching. So I can't figure out what I want to do. I've also been really super inspired to do music lately, which that's not part of my main goal, but there is some things coming up that I do want to do, just like YouTube videos and stuff that involve music. So it is still kind of related to my goals. Because when it comes down to it, my main, like, big time goal for my life that I want to do, I think, I mean, I should just say yes, I know, because I do. It's always pretty much been this, um, is to be like Donkey Jaw Projects. That's like my label or whatever. And I want to put out properties into the world. I want to put out comic books, albums, music, art. I want to put stories into the world. That's what I want to do. I want to be like a mini version of a company like, I don't know, Disney or something, or like, any production company that puts out a lot of movies, video games, toys, all that stuff. Obviously the mini version of it. I'm not trying to be Disney. That's not. I kind of should have started a lot earlier and gotten more progress done a lot earlier if I wanted to try that anyways. Who could? I mean, that was an anomaly anyways. But there's many people out there who have done similar things on different scales, and I think that's what a lot of us kind of would like to do. Some people are more into they just have their one book they want to do. I think that's awesome too. But me, I have a lot of ideas. I got too much going on in this screwy brain of mine to stick to one idea. It'd be a lot simpler if I could stick to one idea, but you know how it goes. So, but yeah, I think a lot of us, it seems like, are similar in that way. We want to create things. And so the goal, like Donkey Jaw Projects, will just have a lot of different products out and stuff. And we'll see what scale that ends up being. I would like to be the kind of artist who, maybe that they do stuff, but is more behind the scenes. I mean, I'm doing YouTube videos and social media, and I don't mind having my face on things, but so whatever. I guess that'll just happen to happen. I don't like the idea of fame though, but if it I mean, I'm not saying that I'll get there, but I don't like the idea of fame. I'd rather hide behind my creations, and let them, like, I don't know, like who, I know us in the creative community know these things, but who knows who created He-Man, who created, um, all these properties like, Inspector Gadget, or like, I only say that because I was looking up Inspector Gadget today, or just like any of these properties. A lot of times you don't know who created it unless you're a creator and you're studying these people, for inspiration. Um, and I'd be happy to be that person, even on a Jim Henson level, because yes, people did know who he was, but for the most part, you were into, Muppet Babies, Fraggle Rock, the Muppets show, the work he did in Star Wars, and all kinds of other things. Why can't I think of it? The Dark Crystal, things like that, Labyrinth, all that stuff. Like, you knew his name, but he was a persona, but he was only around a little bit. But you really knew his properties, and that was. I mean, each property like had its own life to it, and was awesome in its own way, um, and still is a lot of them, you know. So that's where I like creating the things, you know, and letting them shine, and that's kind of what I want to do. I don't know. Like I said, I'm scatterbrain. I don't know why I'm even talking about this, um, but uh, but yeah, I'm excited about the book. Really happy with how it's progressing, except for the last couple days. It was those kind of days where it's like, I got to get my 100 days time in, and I ended up going to the sketchbook and kind of concept design for the same character that I've been working on for a while, and which I guess that's important. You know, it really is, especially since the character I've been working on is like the main character. So it's good to get him figured out. Um, but you know, it's when I do that, sometimes I feel like I'm not making a ton of progress, and I feel like the writing is the most important thing. That's what my goal for this 100 days is, to get the first draft, which all the way done, which I mean, it kind of looks like I should be able to do that, but I keep getting stuck. And like this mystery story has gone on for like a week because I've been distracted, and I've been having a hard time with it. And when I haven't been, you know, I've spent a lot of the days working on concept designs and not working on the actual writing. So, you know, I'm a little frustrated with that, but you know, it'll come. I'll probably have a sudden spurt of inspiration sometime at some point and finish this and finish something else, you know, within like 45 minutes, because that's how it works for me. So I don't know, but it's good to be in the habit. That's one thing I'm learning, and have been learning for the last, it's been a process of maybe 2 to 3 years, is forming good habits regardless of how you feel. Same thing with my like faith and devotion, you know, like reading the Bible and praying and stuff like that have all a lot of times been kind of scattered in my life. It hasn't been like a specific time, you know, that I do certain things. And I've been keeping up with that for a good, not a year, but close to a year. Um, and I feel the same way. Like some days it's a little bit going through the motions, and some days it's really good. Same thing with writing and drawing and all that stuff. It's good to get into good habits, you know, and I think it's, you know, Kevin Cross said something on one of the art casters recently, you know, and he was saying, you know, people who wait for inspiration, you know, that's like amateur hour, you know, and it's true. And I don't want to be that, you know. I'm clocking in even if I don't feel like it, you know. Um, and usually by the end, I do feel like it and I want to keep going, or it depends on what it is, you know. I mean, I know when I get to the drawing part and stuff, it'll be more like that. The writing part is like that sometimes, but sometimes it's like pulling teeth. And the drawing part can be like that too, I know, but especially like if I'm inking or something like that, like I could just keep going and going and going, I'm sure. Like I could probably easily spend a whole day inking. I'm not saying I won't be tired after that or whatever, but it's like you don't have to think as much. You don't have to come up with as much, you know. Um, you can almost do it mindlessly, you know, but you don't obviously because you want to think about line weight and you got to think about what you're doing. But you know, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the scatterbrainness. Hopefully, I'll get into some more creative stuff today and just relax and hang out with the wife and do that stuff. So, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Peace out.